Hey Aries, it's Mary Ellen coming to you from Moonrise Cottage for your July 2018 Soul Tarot reading. It's great to have you here. I'm starting with the image of your card spread that came out this morning. Um, I'm here with a particular mission. For those of you that don't know, I am doing my best to be a channel for my spirit guides to speak with as many people as possible about the journey that your soul is having while you're adventuring here in this plane. So this month we have a beautiful reading. We're going to talk about the eclipse and about what happens going forward. There is quite an opening coming for all of us on the day of the new moon on July 12th. If you don't know, hey everyone, if you don't know, I use the Celtic Wisdom Tarot deck. It's a beautiful deck developed by Caitlin Matthews. I've been relying on it for a year and a half now, and I'm coming to love it very, very much. So if you have a need, Spirit saying, to schedule a reading, go to my website. It is Moonrise Cottage soultarot.com, just like the channel. Okay, there's lots of information there about me, about Moonrise Cottage, all the services I have available. Spirit saying, when you need some assistance with your soul, destiny, and you don't understand how that's matching up with your day-to-day life, Spirit saying, give me a call. I'll help you with that. Um, there's a live stream community that is continuing to build, and so I'm inviting everyone to go to the website, click on that, and just check it out and join us. We'd love to have you. So, without further ado, let's jump into your cards. As you know, your progress has been moving forward in a very particular way. And as a fire sign, Spirit's saying, this is your moment. So the card that is the Spirit theme, the message that my guides want to talk about, want to discuss, Spirit saying we want to discuss with you is this. Beautiful. That is the lovely foundation of knowledge. It's a particularly lovely moment referencing the solar eclipse on the new moon. And we see this image of a young woman standing with the ancients. So, Spirit's chattering about the feminine portal, the type of power that female energy has, and why it is so desperately needed. Look at whom she's standing with. Right? All these ancient male energy patterns. She is here to help that transform and take the next step of its development. So, when you think about, and those of you who've been following along with me, the importance of the yin and yang. Spirit essentially speaks with me and through me about the pattern of energy that we embody and what the purpose is of that, how you experience it as a person. So this month, the theme is let's look at this aspect. How does the male energy pattern of an Aries, there's three words coming into my tongue all at once. So, how does the male energy pattern of a sacred Aries soul warrior evolve when it comes in contact with the sacred feminine? Okay, Spirit's talking about standing at its root, things like that. So I'm going to toggle back to the card just so you can see. So that's the notion that your journey this month, and if you look at it, those of you who've been here for a while, you know the cards now. Look at that adventure. There's a lot of movement coming forward. The beautiful warrior of battle. And that's what Spirit's chattering about, the male energy pattern. And how the assistance that it needs that is coming through at the time of the eclipses. There are two this month in July. So the solar eclipse, first one on the new moon on the 12th, and then another eclipse on the full moon on the 27th, the day that Mercury goes backwards. It's really powerful. So we see this young warrior. There's the full light of the sun, indicating your particular energy. And I love that Spirit chose this card to represent the sacred male energy. There's a youthful aspect, really strong, very ethical, open from the waist all the way up. the will center, the heart chakra, the throat chakra. Very beautiful. And there's the sword at the tip of the spiral. That's the mission this month. Going right to the heart of the matter, Spirit says. The beautiful warrior of battle stands in the placement in the reading that indicates your energy. I love it. And for those of you who don't know, I'm an Aries rising. So this affects me very deeply, and there's a lot going on here at Moonrise Cottage, a lot of shift and change. And we see that in the bottom row that speaks to the human walk, Spirit says. There's the first card. That is the courtship of knowledge. And obviously, we're talking about sacred knowledge. Aries, of Spirit saying, the combination of being a fire sign in your time of year, in a sense, with the eclipse season coming forward and the stationing of Uranus, there's a purpose for that. There is a rededication. You come willingly into a new courtship, going deeper still into your nature and into the knowledge that comes to you from that place in the full light of the sun, the essential fire sign energy pattern. It's beautiful. And again, sacred male energy beginning to transform. You see the hair is turning blue? When in contact with the sacred realm, offering gifts, falling to our knees in this moment, surrendering in a sense, and taking up a new courtship with the knowledge that is coming to you in this new place. This sort of, Spirit's talking about a renewed way of being. It's lovely. And in that pattern, again, we see the notion of the journey going forward. There are two things coming through. So that beautiful pink card is the perfecter of energy. It's the last card in the major arcana of the deck. It's so beautiful. There's a lot inherent in this. So Spirit's talking about, think of all the energy it takes to perfect your efforts, what you're doing, who you are, who you strive to become on your human walk. And I love that this is sitting right in the middle. So, this moment that comes with the eclipse, because of the energy that is swirling around, all the planets that we know are in retrograde. A lot, right? It's an amazing moment. Spirit is referencing back to the eclipse season last year. So if you have a few minutes and you want to check out the comparison, go look at that video for the eclipse season for Aries and the videos that I posted about the eclipses last year. This is talking about, since those days, you've come through the cycle of a full year and you have perfected the energy, the stream of growth and change and dedication that was provided for you in those days. And here we are, we've come full circle. This also indicates the beginning of a new cycle. I love it. Look at that. So you have everything you need to perfect your energy. There's the sacred cauldron. You have your weapons. You have your skill set. And there's the turning of destiny. Right at the crown chakra. A lot of illumination. And not only do we have the triple spiral notated at the crown chakra, we see it at the root chakra. The energy's going all the way through. I've talked in the past about the sacred breastplate. It indicates the 4 seasons, and there's the sacred swastika. The spin and the, Spirit saying, the pattern of sacred feminine energy. That's what the swastika is about. There is, you can see lots probably. There are a couple of videos that I put on the channel. Try to remember to post that this month again. Just a really informal thing. A man who, I don't really know much about him, but he went up to Queen Maeve's chair and did a little video, because at Queen Maeve's chair, there's a swastika carved into her throne, high above a hilltop, at the Passage Tomb at Loughborough. So there's a long story. If you want to see it, go check it out. I won't spend time on it here, but there's given the fact that we have this notation, the theme of discussion is the sacred feminine energy accompanying the sacred male, going back all the way to the idea of ancients. And yet something new is standing there. A young woman, a vibrant, feminine point, Spirit says, and so it's a fertile moment. She is meant to bring new growth. Spirit saying in total, both to herself and to the sacred male energy that she accompanies. So it's a really wonderful, wonderful initiation this month into this next phase of growth onto which you've been set, Spirit says. So next to that, another indicator of solar energy, firepower, energy, that is another major arcana card. So we have two major arcana cards in a row on your human journey. It's amazing. All right, there we go. That's the protector of lore. And again, we see the notation of the sacred spiral, the turning of energy. The ancients, again, coming through to be with you. And there is the sacred male pattern of energy having been transformed and now standing in the full light of the sun with an enormous amount of abundance available to it. And it's just the Spirit saying, you're just standing in your place here on the earth now. And you're preparing for the next part of this journey. And of course, as I'm sure everybody understands, the moment of the eclipse is a new pathway opening. It's a portal. It's things coming to fruition. Full circle from last year for sure. Spirit saying in my ear, go and look at it. So that Spirit's saying, please inform yourself so you completely understand this moment. It's beautiful. So the portal that is opening due to the eclipse on the day of the new moon, the day when each month we can set our intentions about how we want our lives to unfold and have some assistance, Spirit saying, in manifesting our destiny. There's a lot of power this year in the solar eclipse, just like there was last year. It's a little bit different this year. Last year, it was really about setting us on this journey that we've been through, that I've been talking so much about. This year, we begin again, coming forward once again for this beautiful journey for an entire year through to, Spirit saying, obviously, the eclipse is next year. The very next card is always what I call the bridge card. That is the notion that carries your human journey forward and connects it to the soul journey that your soul is having. As a companion, while you learn what you need to learn by being here in this place. So I love what we see here. On the left-hand line, we see the beautiful courtship of knowledge, and above that is an adventure card. That is the adventure of skill. And sitting just above that is another adventure card. That is the adventure of art. So in this next year, we are going to be standing in our place, utilizing the sacred male energy in alignment with the sacred feminine, who is the portal through which we must come, the portal through which the sacred energy is utilized, Spirit says, for transition. And we start the reading with that. And so we start our new adventure, Spirit says, today. And I think that's meaning in the month of July, and particularly on the 12th. It's really beautiful. Most of you have seen and heard me talk about this little mouse. It's a long story about epic battles and the types of mythology that come through the deck. But essentially this little mouse was very skillful, very able to deal with the challenges that arose. It had everything it needed. And in these moments, you do. You have perfected your energy. You are ready for the next phase of your cycle. It's a lovely idea. And I am particularly struck by the fact that the skill set that you have gained brings you into your soul journey as the bridge, and there the adventure of art arises. Look at that. Do you see the triple spiral again? Hanging right above your head. There's no, Spirit says that it should be very clear what the notions are going forward for the month of July, of course, but again, going forward for the next year. So I talk, those of you who follow this channel know, a lot of messages come through about the sacred cord of energy, the pattern of energy that you inhabit as a human being with your sun sign and your rising sign and your moon sign. And what does that bring to us? What is the art of understanding, feeling that vibration, getting to know it, and being able to wield it as a spiritual warrior in order to bring shift and change to your own life, but for all of us? Because each of us is an encapsulated form of energy. So, Spirit always says, think about that. Like, think about that a lot, really. That's what's coming to, like, really, you guys think about it. That's what I'm hearing, okay? A lot, in little moments. So you begin to really feel yourself and understand. This warrior had to go and reclaim his energy vibration, the instrument that he used in order to create the sound vibration that was his destiny. And as he goes on this new adventure with the skill set of being in courtship with sacred knowledge and having perfected the energy and standing on the ground of the ancients, the very next card is the judgment of the art that he is perfecting. This really beautiful message today. So, the judgment of art. This card it's about being a vessel. There's a line all the way down the middle of the card. Okay. Obviously, one half of this vessel is broken. The life energy is flowing out of it, and there's no growth, there's death. This side, new growth, a vessel that is very stable, has a stable base, and has life force energy encapsulated in it. Beautiful movement. And the way this card is aligned in any particular reading is really important. So the stable part of this base is sitting next to this adventure of art. It's beautiful. And that which is no longer needed is purged. So take a look at the center column of cards. We have the Perfecter of Energy on the bottom, a major arcana card. There's the Young Warrior, the Aries Warrior. I just did a live stream event and I was talking a little bit about my nature as an Aries Warrior, types of challenges it brings to me, or, in part. So there's the Young Warrior, having perfected his energy through the cycle of the last year, able to provide that which is needed. And because of his journey, he comes to a new stable foundation and more new growth. That is what the soul is working toward achieving in order to have that reflected through you on the human realm. It's a lovely story. And right next to that, we have the King of Skill. Gorgeous. The King of Skill has been in your readings off and on for quite a while. The King of Skill, also a warrior. His style of warriorship has changed. And that's part of the message for you. Beautiful Aries. It is the nature with which you do your journey that brings to you the shift and change. So, a couple notions tied up in this. It has a lot to do with, here's the card. There he is. Look at that beautiful male energy. Having come across a journey, we see the ocean in the background or what looks like a large sea or a lake or something. He's come across his journey and he's landed in this beautiful, vibrant place. We see the golden sand outside the window, and there's his shield. It's hung on the wall. He doesn't really need it. He doesn't do battle in the traditional way anymore. And he knows he's going forward. He's a pretty serious guy. So his Spirit's talking about the strength of his energy. Having been matured through this journey, he now prepares for the next step, literally making the shoes for his next journey. So I'm really excited about all these notions coming through for you. Let's take a look at the outcome card. That is the beautiful Liberator. And what is being liberated is your devotion. So, for me, when I looked at these cards, it was clear to me that Spirit was directly speaking with you about the journey through July, the pattern of eclipses that have come forward in the last 2 years. Well, 2017 and 2018 is what I mean. Um, and the way in which the cycle continues of the male pattern energy. Because all of the cards are about male patterned energy, with the exception of the initial message, the foundation of knowledge, upon which the King of Skills stands, and the outcome card, which is about the feminine portal, the liberation of your soul journey, the liberation of your devotion. And that's the full title of the card. It's a major arcana card. So the energy leading forward is very strong. For those of you who don't know about this figure, this is a Sheila Nagi. It is carved into many of the churches scattered across Ireland. It is obviously an ancient figure. There's the shaman carrying the head where the soul was believed to reside across the portal of the sacred realm in order to have your devotion liberated, going through a portal. So we see two notions of feminine energy, and clearly this is feminine energy at the time of the full moon. So Spirit's talking with you through the cards about the cycle this month. So do your best to spend a little time with the image of these cards to understand the cycle. It is about the feminine energy working in direct concert with the universe, with the cosmos, to assist the repatterning of sacred male energy, because it is through the sacred portal that must arrive if it's going to shift and grow. And the other thing I love, let's take a look at the far right column. So we see this notion, the foundation of knowledge, the knowledge about standing with the on the foundation, with on the ground of, in the territory of the ancients, and the fertility of this moment, because the feminine energy is here to initiate the journey, because she is the portal through which souls must travel. On the human realm, we see male energy below her, and we see male energy above her. There you are in the bottom, as if renewed, reborn, reshifted because of the journey you've been on. And then above her, we see the pattern has emerged all the way to its destiny. Your energy becomes the king of skill, ready to take the next step, which comes on the eclipse, the solar eclipse, on the day of the full moon. Spirit goes, so there you go. That's what it's about this month. So, oh my gosh, Aries, I'm really excited. And it's true, for those of you that haven't seen, I've been talking a little bit about my own journey. It's moving forward. And there is a shift coming. There is a new life. And I do have to step through my own portal in order to have the next phase of my journey. So I'm really excited for all of us, Aries, pardon me, have a wonderful month. I'm very much looking forward to hearing all your stories. Put some messages on the thread. Don't forget to check out the website and let me know what's going on for you. I can't wait to hear it. Aries, thank you. I look forward to revisiting this idea and to see into what place we have arrived, Spirit says, in the month of August. Spirit saying, stay tuned. So thanks, everyone. I'll speak with you soon.